So here's your notes page on the mineral properties. This should be attached into your notebook and in your paper journal, and then completed, just like you see here. Get some focus on it. All right, so our mineral properties are the qualities we use to describe minerals. Now, unlike the 5 characteristics of all minerals that all minerals have in common, the mineral properties are often different from one mineral to the next. So we have 4 properties we're going to focus on and you'll be responsible for knowing about. The first one, and you've done all of these, the first is transparency. And transparency tells us how easy a mineral is to see through. And the words that we use, and you'll see these boxes kind of mirror what a mineral would look like. If it's completely see-through, we call it transparent. If it lets light pass through, and so we can see maybe a blurry image, or we just sort of see a shadow, we call it translucent. And I represented that with the light gray box. And if it is completely unable to be seen through, it is opaque. And it has a Q, but we say opaque, like a K. All right, the next one has to do with how shiny it is, and we call that the luster. And it's really about how light reflects off of it. So if it is extremely shiny and sparkly, it almost looks like glitter in the sunshine, we call it metallic. If it definitely shines, but is maybe not quite as shiny as metallic, we call it glassy. And if there is no shine to it at all, we call it dull. All right, we also have the crystal shape. And we've got a couple of examples here. We have a triangular pyramid. We have a cube. We have the octahedron. That has 8 sides, like an octopus has 8 legs, or an octagon has 8 sides. And then this is a rhombohedron. And that is like a rhombus. That is like if you took a cube and made it look more like a rhombus. And then finally we have hardness. And this is when you scratched the mineral on copper and glass. And we base it on something called Mohs scale. And this is, I'm going to write a little note down here about it. It's based on items that the minerals can scratch. So you actually try to scratch these items with a mineral, or try to scratch the mineral with the items, and if it scratches it, the thing that's making the scratch is harder. So if the mineral scratches the glass, it's harder than the glass. If the mineral scratches the copper, it's harder than the copper. And our 4 main things we try are a fingernail, copper, and we really do often use a penny because they're easy to carry around, glass, and steel are the 4 things, the common materials that we use. All right, so this goes in your paper notebooks as more notes to study and practice. You will see some examples of these properties on your quiz coming up.